According to Axios, President Trump is considering a return to war against Iran. The report says this is because the negotiations have effectively stalled after Iran refused to accept America's conditions. America's conditions. The one who begged for a ceasefire is the one setting conditions that must be accepted. But it's the West, it's what they do. This is what they have done with Russia, over the Ukraine war. Russia has been taking territory after territory of the Ukrainians, destroying Ukraine, winning that war, like evidently winning the war. Yet they are asking Russia to accept conditions, capitulate. So we've seen it before, and now it is repeating itself. We saw them beg for ceasefire, unilaterally extend the ceasefire on their own, yet they are giving conditions, for Iran to accept. Well, Iran has refused to accept their conditions, just like Russia refused to accept their conditions. And right now, according to this report, President Trump is looking for options on what to do, on how to apply more pressure, including military pressure on Iran to force them to accept the conditions. The report says that President Trump is leaning towards limited military pressure, to force Iran to make concessions, and that among options being considered are the assumption of operations to escort ships through the Strait of Hormuz, Project Freedom, the one he had to abandon after one day, after Iran almost sank the ships he deceived into trying to cross. Either that or strikes on targets that have yet to be hit in Iran. The article says Israel is also promoting the idea of, a special operation to seize Iran's enriched uranium, but that the White House is kicking against that, saying that that is, too risky. Well, they have already tried it. They think we don't know, but we do know they tried it. Remember the operation to ostensibly, retrieve the downed pilot? Yeah, we know that was an attempt to go retrieve the uranium, but Iran knocked them back and forced them to abandon 2 airplanes, which they destroyed, and a number of helicopters. Yeah, that was it. So Trump has a good reason to tell Israel that, no, we can't do that again. It's too risky. Anyway, President Trump will be on his way to China pretty soon on a trip where I'm sure one of his main objectives will be to convince the Chinese President Xi Jinping to convince Iran to play ball. I doubt that's going to work. I doubt Iran will, give up its sovereignty, even if Xi Jinping asks. I know Xi Jinping will definitely not ask, but, just in case. Thanks for watching, and please like, share, and follow.